everything's done, we're definitely going to do some gouache and try to see if we can like bring in some details. I mean, to me it's looking pretty good for not so great paper. But I'm gonna go ahead and take my first break, and just to make you guys like have something to look at, because since silly Doggo doesn't want to hang out, there's a cute little picture of him when he had his cone of shame after surgery. I don't know where he fucks. We were just talking about how you were talking about getting pencil crayons, and then how I'm going to take my first break. Oh, okay, so it must be Twitch then, because it looks like on my end that everything's still good. But yeah, so I'm gonna just take my first break. I'm gonna get some noms. I'm hungry. My stomach is growling. But I was gonna say, like, it's really interesting the way that this watercolor and the paper is kind of playing together. So I really like what's happening here. It's a lot softer than I kind of expected it to kind of be. But when we finish the whole piece with watercolor, I'm gonna try to add some gouache elements to it to see if I can get some like detail and some like kind of more like really pinpointing some like detail line work and stuff like that. But for now, I think this is looking pretty cool. It's looking a lot better than I thought it was gonna be. I was actually worried before stream started because I was like, oh no, I don't have my good paper. This is gonna suck. It's gonna be horrible painting. It's gonna suck so bad. So, but it's not sucking, so yay. And so yeah, so let me give you guys some stars and take my first break, which is, I'm gonna go ahead and make it a nom break. So it's gonna be a closer to 15-minute break. 15, 20, I mean, I'm probably just gonna make a sandwich or something. You can make art with any, aw, thanks. Thank you, Jam. So yeah, let me put on my BR Back food break, and thank you guys for sticking around and hanging out and chatting with me. It's so much fun to do this when you guys are here. And I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, thanks for sticking around. I am back. We can take the puppy picture off the puppy cam. Boop. Oh, let me fix that. He's saying hi. Because I've got more. Nope. Lay down. Lay down. Thanks, Flex. Almost time for coffee for me. Sit. Sit down. Lay down. All the way down. All the way down. Yum, puppy cookie. He's so silly. He's like, I want more puppy cookies. Oh my goodness. Come on, Cam. Work with me. It's very rare we get the puppy. You stay down. Alright. Had 4 of those. That's enough. Yeah, I'm a coffee drinker. I like to do tea every now and then, but some days just require coffee. All the coffee. Also, there were some fiery butts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sure you can't make it 5? Oh man, I can make it. Usually on the weekends, like if I'm like doing tasks and stuff like that, I have to just like throughout the day just have a whole pot and just kind of like sip on it all day. It's pretty sad. But then by the evening, I'm so tired, which is great because then I can go have a really good night's sleep. I turn into a gremlin if I have coffee after midnight. Oh, really? Yeah, I know some people who can't do coffee like really like past like 5 in the afternoon because it makes them like awake for the rest of the night. Or and I'm just like, I can drink coffee right before I go to bed and I'm fine. Usually I only have 2 or 3 coffees a day plus 1 or 2 cups of tea, but I can have coffee and coffee before sleep and go to sleep fine. Yeah, me too. That does not affect me at all. Yeah, usually like work days though, I try to limit my coffee intake because it makes me jittery and it's hard for me to get my work done. Like at the job that I work at. So I kind of reserve just a few cups of coffee during that time. So want to use the new pencils, but I have no art to color at the moment. Oh man, that's rough. I feel your pain when you like just don't have what you need to work on stuff. But you have the supplies, you have the technology. Can you just lay down some lines with them flux just for the sake of it? Yeah, I might even put them away till Christmas. Oh yeah, as it was a nice Christmas. Yeah, save them till Christmas. I do that sometimes when I get myself gifts. Is like I usually wait until after the holiday, or like if I buy myself something for my birthday, I usually wait until after it's there before I do anything with it. Well, my family chipped in, so yeah. Well, if the family chipped in, then it's definitely a Christmas present. You should wait. All the patients. I used to work with volunteers, organize volunteer. Oh man, yeah. A lot of patients there. Definitely a lot of patients. You must have patience for Saint Flux, hollowed by thy knob. Silly. Silly, silly. Doggo? Doggo's there. Where's Doggo? He's hanging. I asked one guy to clean the fridge. I found him minutes later sweeping out the fridge. Sweeping? How on earth do you sweep out a fridge? Oh, he was making grunty noises? Yeah, because he's grumpy. Always grumpy. He's a grumpy boy. He's talking. He's been really talkative lately. It's kind of funny. He was making, oh, you like him, you like Viv better now that he's making grunty noises? He's a grumpy boy. He's always been a grumpy boy. Like, every time I go to work, he just grunts at me and squeaks, and I used to, when he was a lot younger, he used to squeak, kind of like a guinea pig, so I started calling him Kitty Pig, and that's how he got his, like, the way that Astro Girl introduces Astro Viv is he's from the planet KTPG, so Kitty Pig planet. It's pretty silly. He's a silly, grumpy boy. Well, the bonus about this paper is that it pulls off color better than the other paper. Like if I were doing some highlights or something like that, it actually pulls that color off a little bit better. I'm still gonna have to use a little bit of gouache on this, I think. Excuse me. Astronomers Without Borders. They do some really good stuff. It was super cool when last stream that I had, one of the actual organizer actually showed up to my streams. That was pretty neat. Got to chat with Mike for a bit. Is making this piece a little bit more textured, which is kind of neat. to it, back to the arts. Good luck with the arts and those circles and squares and triangles. Hey, what's up, Mecca? How's it going? How is your night going? Got a grumpy doggo. Doing all right? That's good to hear. We almost had a art emergency earlier because this paper is not the paper I usually use because I ran out of the paper I usually use. So we're kind of experimenting with this paper. It's not quite doing exactly what I was hoping it would do, but we're kind of playing around with it anyway. But I need to order new paper apparently. Some of these areas up a bit. Yeah, this paper definitely takes color a lot differently than the good paper that I usually use. So we're just kind of seeing what we can do with it. we're still we're still building up layers with this the same way we would the other paper, but it's just definitely taking it a lot differently, which is fascinating. How's the game playing going, Mecca? Also, I'm glad your letter arrived. Do those beats remind me of Starter Street at Night? Yeah, it's funny because actually Mecca had recognized that before, and it always reminds me of that, so that's why I keep it on the playlist because I really like that song a lot. But this is, alas, not a U2 song, lest I would be, that song would be like taken off and muted. I have to go through my playlist every now and then to kind of update the songs because certain songs can be like appealed, I guess, or like, you know, I can't play certain music because it's copyright, but I won't know until after it's already been on the list. So I kind of just have to like let it go and then see what was muted and then kind of like take certain things off the list and then put new ones on the list and things like that. It's kind of an interesting process. How do they monitor that? It's probably a bot. I'm sure it's a bot that kind of hears certain songs and then automatically mutes things in the VOD. And then it'll like, basically I can go look at my last video and then it'll say like this part of was muted. It's not the beginning of The Streets Have No Name. It's somebody's interpretation of it, but it's not from U2. It might be basically like a cover kind of thing, but it's not the actual song. But yeah, so I can go back on my last VOD and see if anything was muted, and then I can either appeal, like it'll list the name of the song and the artist, and I can appeal it, or I can just take it off my playlist. And that's what I usually do because there's no reason for me to appeal songs from artists that, you know, obviously want to, you know, make some money, which is great to that. So I just kind of let it go. Just take it off the playlist and add new stuff. So I check my video at the end of every stream the next day to see if anything was muted, and then I'll adjust accordingly. Where's your playlist from, Ivory Ocean? I'm sure you mentioned it. Yeah, I think I put it in the what are you listening to in section of my Discord, and it's a Spotify playlist that I have, Ivory Ocean's Twitch playlist. I may have pinned it. Let me see. Let's see if I pinned it. Yes. It's in, it's a pinned message in the what are you listening to on my Discord. From the gods themselves. Flux is mad. We're all mad here, if you hadn't noticed. Oh no, Pupper's moved. Where's Viv? lay down, I'll do the other cookie. Lay down. There you go. I don't use Spotify. I guess maybe I should. They do have a free service. I don't know what entails in having a... Flux knows what entails in having a free service, because I'm not sure if you can actually listen to the full songs or not. I can't remember. I've had Spotify for as long as I can remember. That was one of the first streaming services that I joined because I like music so much. So I just kind of was like, all right, well, this is something I'm hanging on to forever. Like, Spotify is the absolute last subscription service I look at when I'm thinking of cutting back on subscription services, because I'm like, I listen to a lot of Spotify, so I don't think I'll cut that one back. I tried Sanity once. It hurt too much, so I stopped. Oh my goodness. Sanity does kind of hurt sometimes. How I feel about this background. This paper's not really doing it for me with this background, so I'm just gonna keep working on the explosion and see what happens. It's kind of one of those like, meh, now I know why I don't use this paper for nebulas. And as always, I do have, like, whenever you hear a song that you like, it does show right there in the listening to. So if you hear a song that you absolutely must have in your playlist, you can look for it that way. I've not ever used any streaming service by music, although not often. Yeah, really the only streaming services that I have are Spotify and Netflix, and that's really all that I want to subscribe to. I used to subscribe to Hulu when there were certain shows, TV shows that I wanted to watch, and I couldn't because I didn't have cable, but I really don't utilize that service as often as I should, so I canceled it. Vivian, lay down in bed. Lay down. Or lay down over there. Just as long as you lay down, buddy. That's all I care about. Go lay down. Lay down, or I'm going to put the camera right on your face. Put the camera right on your face. But yeah, those are the only subscription services that I have. Okay, I'll be here. Don't subscribe to Netflix either. Don't watch much TV. I don't really watch that much TV either. But there are some movies, because I don't really have all the movies that I used to have when I, used to have tons of movies. I still have like the DVDs that I had back in the day that you can't find really anywhere else. But yeah, it's just kind of, something just to have. And there's a few like Netflix originals that come out that I'm really... You guys are getting all the the puppy nose sniffs and stuff like that. He's probably still smelling the cookies that were sitting up there. You ate them all, buddy. But yeah, so there's been some pretty cool original series kind of stuff that they've been putting out that I've been into. I really don't have a whole bunch of time to watch anything like that, but every now and then I'll be all like, all right, let's give this a try. And some things are awesome and some things are horrible. But for me, it's worth it because I don't have any cable TV or anything like that. Go lay down. Puppy noses. Yeah, I think I'm gonna add some gouache to this to get that yellow to come out a little bit more. Just a little bit brighter than it is. All right, you gonna be grumpy pants. Oh, perfect. You sat right where the camera is. I didn't have to move it. That's a good boy. That's a very good boy. Try some of this moon glow. Try to get this kind of like, it's a gray, but not super gray, kind of a purple gray. Background is going to drive me a little bit crazy, I think, because this paper just is not doing what I'm typically used to doing. So looks cool like that though. Artist interpretation time, I think. Looking good, you think? Awesome. Thanks. Yeah, it's just the background. It just looks a little bit wonky for me. Just because, I mean, I'm seeing it like up close detail, like the texture of the paper itself. And I'm like, not quite doing what I want it to do, but I'll run with it. It's brighter, more oil-like. Yeah, I can definitely see that. It's definitely got a softer kind of oil feeling to it. So I'm thinking that definitely this paper will have its uses in the future. I definitely want to probably stick to the, whatchamacallit, the, can't even think of the name, the Arches paper for these kind of watercolors. because it definitely changes the look about it. Yeah, oil like is right. Yeah. Definitely digging it. It's just, you know, like when you've done artwork a certain way for such a long time and then you change it up a little bit and your brain's like, wait a second, this is not what's supposed to happen or how it's supposed to go or however, you know. I mean, it's always good to have, excuse me, it's always good to have those kind of like, let's try something different moments, but it's definitely, my brain is having a little bit of a struggle with this one. Well, and for me, the focus is really this kind of area here. That's why I'm paying a little bit more attention to it, trying to get it to really kind of pop out. We ain't done yet, because I definitely still want to I like games. I got my hair cut. I love it when I remember and rub my shaved head. It feels great. Awesome. I have never, I can't tell you, I know what, wait, no, I never shaved my entire head, but when I was in like junior high school, I shaved like the back of my head, just like about that much. So yeah, I do know what that feels like, and actually it does feel pretty cool. It's very short, but not bald, 2 millimeter. Right on. Yeah, mine was shaved like on the back of my head completely. And it's, you know, silly junior high school, like everybody was doing it kind of thing. So I was like, I'll do it too. And then when it started growing back, it just was like so itchy. And I was like, oh my God, I'm never doing this again. Got short hair, the back is cut to 3 millimeters, so I can kind of see what you mean, Flux. I used to have short hair too. It's more like, I don't know how many millimeters is that, maybe like 20. I don't know. It's not like super, it wasn't super short. I don't know how many millimeters that is because I'm a silly American and I don't know how to convert inches to millimeters. But it definitely was interesting having short hair. Because I used to always have long hair, and then of course, you know, a bad breakup led me to go cut it all off. And it was silliness, but it cracks me up that was the reason why I cut my hair. Is like, screw this guy who liked my long hair, I'm cutting it short. super silly. That was when I was like 20, 24 years old. But I liked it short. I cut it myself. You know, when it started getting long, I would just like feel it and then go like, yep, time to cut. Oh, the things we do to spite others, yeah. Well, I had braids for a while, years back. Braids! Like, how long were your braids? Shoulder length-ish. Wasn't all braided. It was the indie look from the early 90s. Right on. Were you a 90s hipster? '90s grunge, I should say. There were no hipsters in the 90s. Well, there were, but they're not the hipsters that they are now. Those were the Weezer hipsters. Yeah, grunge indie. I know that era very well. I also wore flannel shirts, flannel t-shirts, and holes in my jeans. My hair was shoulder length and messy at all times. We're going to do some artist interpretation over here, because this background is not doing what I want it to do, so we're going to make it up, which is the best kind of art, I think. It's fun. I took a few things off the list, and now I'm hearing some songs I haven't heard in a long time, so that's good. Going to, let's see, grab my gouache. Let's see. Let me try some techniquing here. Just really want that blue in the background to really come out. I think I might have to do it with gouache rather than watercolor. I know it looks like completely black on probably you guys then, but it is not. I promise you. It is like a blue, a dark blue. Let's see if I can up the brightness a little bit so you guys can see. It does look super weird on the screen, but on my end it's like more of a saturated blue happening rather than this kind of like really dull blue that was happening before. I think I'm just gonna add this to kind of like the edges. Shaky puppy. You can lay down. Come on. Lay down, Liv. In your bed. Lay down. So like it's not so stark in these areas. BRB, bringing in some more boxes to sort through. Sure, I'll be here. That kind of helped it a little bit. Giving it a vignette of sorts around the edges instead of trying to fill in certain areas. Here. Lightly giving it a vignette of sorts. Okay, no more lines. No more lines. Stop with the lines already. Need a break from the lines, Flux? I'm done, lol. That's funny. Yeah, I bet, like, doing all those lines is like, no, no more. Alright, let's see if I can get some yellow. Really get that yellow in there. I really have to get some opaque yellow going on with the gouache. Give this some tries here. I don't know if this is gonna hinder or help this image. We shall see. Grumpy Viv dog. Need an eyeball eye mechanic. Oh my goodness. Lay down some colors from a messy palette, which I haven't cleaned yet. I didn't do too bad. I cleaned a little bit of my palette. It's now back to being dirty, but it's not as, like before all those were cleaned out. So I did clean them a little bit. Emmett found a cupcake carrier I bought before we moved. I've never used it because it was packed away and it's bloody broken. Oh no! Bummer. Dang. That's a bummer. Cupcake carriers. Super darn. That's rare. However, most things have survived in one piece. Right on. That's good to hear. And no worries, Flux. I will be right here. Making burping noises over there. Kim, does your dog burp in front of your like like in your face. My dog burps in my face sometimes, and it's hilarious and gross at the same time. Lay down. Totally grumped at me. No, my dogs don't burp in my face, thank goodness. Yeah, Vivian has this habit of like really like getting all up in my face to kind of like be lovey. And I'm like, oh, look how sweet you are. And then he just goes burp, like right in my face. And I'm like, yuck, dog. Yuck. Just absolutely disgusting. You are a disgusting beast. It's just ridiculous. It's so funny when he does it because it's like, where did that come from? And it's almost like he does it on purpose. That's what makes it more funny. What's that face flex? The reaction to Vivian, the space dog, burping in my face. Okay, I'm feeling a lot better about this piece. Because before I was just gonna be like, rip. I was really disliking where it was going because of the paper quality. And I mean, I'm not 100% convinced I will ever use this paper again for this kind of work, but man, I was ready to tear this thing in half. Cadell is a drooler, however, he'll often watch me eat something and drool starts dripping out of his mouth, and drool isn't fun to slip on either. Ugh. Yuck. Yuck, yuck, yuck. Yeah, Vivian sometimes has some separation anxiety depending on time of day or if I'm leaving to go to the store out of the ordinary, like times. Like he knows like times when I'm leaving and when I'm supposed to be gone or at work or something like that. But then there'll be times when I'm like, I need to run to the store right now, and because I forgot something, and then he'll like freak out and drool all like by the front door, and it's like, eee. And it's like that really toxic drool. I think you know what I'm talking about, but it's like pretty gross. If nothing else, this has been a learning experience for you. I think the art is looking good. Well, thank you so much. Yeah, this is definitely, and that's the best that I can do is use it as a learning experience and just kind of go, all right, well, now I know. Now I know that this paper is probably not the best for putting multiple layers of watercolor and gouache. Gouache does do some different cool effects to it, but in the long run, probably best to stick to the Arches paper. Although I kind of want to experiment using gouache on this paper now because I'm just like, gouache is actually not doing too bad here. Kind of that blendy kind of look is making it look really nice, so hello, the last two things in chat are because I spilled a little water on the keyboard and was wiping it off. That's funny. Good, you weren't having a stroke or anything. Had me freaked out for a moment. But So yeah, I think this is pretty cool. This is working out. So I mean, like I said, there's definitely a lot of areas that, and it's hard for you guys to possibly tell on the actual like video, because I'm like looking at the video right now and I'm like, that looks really good. And then I look here and it's like a little bit lackluster on, because of the texture. There's like no real texture, not as much depth as like the Arches paper does. So, but yeah, because it just kind of all like soaks in. So it's kind of interesting. But I think it'll pass for today. I'm gonna let Space Viv out, take a 5-minute break. No, wait. I'm gonna let the Space Viv out, do a space dryer, add some stars to this, and then take a 5-minute break so we can do some ivory mons. So let me take Viv out. Come on, Viv. Go out. And then let's do a space dryer. Let's see what's in chat. It is a little Van Gogh-ish. Yes, the colors definitely. All right, let's space dryer this. Maybe adding stars like normal will change the whole thing. All right, I am muting myself. Bracket, thanks for the subscription. We're just about to add stars to this painting. Very funny thing at the beginning of this stream. Yeah, let's get some hype. Hype for Bracket, for subscribing. And also, I forgot to give hype for Flux for subscribing too. So take that. Take the double hype. But yeah, so funny story. When I started the stream, I thought I had like one sheet of Arches paper left, and I did not. It was empty, and I was like, no. So I had to use Canson, which is not my preferred paper to use for this style of painting. So it's not up to my par of painting, but we're gonna add stars to it. It might change the whole image, who knows. So if you guys hear the click, click, click noise, that's just my brush hitting the other brush so that we can make some stars. And how's it going, Bracket? What are you up to? Are you back from your vacay, your staycay? I know, it's horrible. Don't leave. Please suffer with me. Alright, stars are happening. Well, as per usual, the stars are definitely adding another element to the painting, which is good. Kind of saving it, I think. Jeez. I mean, this is nice, but looks great. Aw, thanks. Thank you. Yeah, it's just one of those like papers that, man, it just does not hold watercolor very well. I like to use it for ink and marker work, but I was like, this is all the paper I have right now, guys. And it looks a little different on screen than it does in person. As I'm like looking over there, it's just kind of like, yeah, it definitely has a little bit more depth to it because of the contrast. But I still think it's all right. It's still pretty nebula, part of the Pelican Nebula, actually. The star in the Pelican Nebula. And just oh yeah, and I've got my holiday art card to do too, so maybe we can do that a little bit before I retire on to pre-Ivorymon break. All the stars. We are getting all the stars in this one. Hey Ben Science Games. Is that a nebula so cool? Also, sure. I can't tell what it is. Oh, that is really cool. Is that... I can't tell. My eyes are not good. What is it? Since you like space, I know you like this one. Is it a little galaxy? Or is it a black hole? Also, I gotta mute myself real quick so I can dry these stars really quick. I'm muting myself now. Thanks for your patience while I use the space dryer. Heart-shaped black hole, that's pretty cool, Ben. Last week of vacation sucked. I'm alive, so that's a thing, right? Alright, Kim, gotta go. Helping husband put up some misters to cool the dogs during, to cool the dogs during the week. See you in the Discord. Alright, see you in the Discord. Yeah, we're gonna, add some, little bit more stars to this, and then do the Ivorymons. So let me get a couple more bigger stars in here, and then we'll do Ivorymons. Because I've been itching to play some Don't Starve together, because they've got all the Christmas, winter feast stuff going on, and I'm a big Don't Starve Together nerd, so here, star down here and here, and let's fix this one. And one here. There we go. Stardew Valley, The Sims 4, Astronomers, nope, none of those. Alright, let me sign this. Nope, don't do that one either, Ben. I'm pretty particular on my gaming, and there's really only two major ones that I play all the time: Don't Starve Together and The Binding of Isaac. And the rest are just sometimes, but I don't really play any of those ones. Not that I don't think they're cool or anything. I think that all games are cool. Just never had the time or never been into them too much. And now for the peel reveal. Alright. One last piece of tape. There we go. Alright, we completed time. Yeah, what's that? Time. So we completed our IC 5067 and the Pelican Nebula. So the star formation, star cluster. And let me set up for some Ivorymon. Thanks, Flux. Yeah, surprisingly with this paper, I mean, this paper is like wobbly. Like, yeah, this was a interesting lesson in why good paper is really important to doing nebulas and adding lots of watercolor. But it didn't do too bad. Nothing bled through. Hobo paper. Solely hobo paper. All right, let me set up for Ivorymons, and then we'll I'll take a little break, and then you guys can help me figure out what those are going to be. So let me set these up, and as always, please wait to tell me what they look like until after I come back from break. Bracket, you gonna stick around for some Ivormons and give me some silly suggestions? But yeah, so please wait until after I return from my break before you start telling me what kind of creature or weird thing they look like. Hells yeah. Thanks Bracket. Alright, let's get some Ivormons on here. Whoa, already adding some splatters. Got a blue one. Let's do a green one. Alright, there's green. Let's do a yellow. Oh, I always do this with the freaking yellow, is I add too much green to, or the green doesn't come off the brush right away because I'm not using the right one, and it turns into like a yellow green. So let me try that again. There we go. Yellow. Let's do orange.
Because the cosmos is also within us. We're made of star stuff.
Oh my goodness. Am I getting rated? Emil! Emil! You have rated in the perfect timing because I'm setting up for Ivormons. Let's give some hype. Hype for raids. Thank you so much for the raid, Emil. Hello everybody, my name is Ivory. I am an art streamer. Sometimes I play games, but I do mostly art on Saturdays and Tuesdays, 5 p.m. on Saturdays, where I paint a nebula. And this is the nebula that we painted tonight. And it is a watercolor nebula. And then on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I do a Discord drawing prompt. And you are welcome to join my Discord to share your own artwork, talk about space science stuff or general stuff, music, books, or anything like that. Thank you so much for joining me. And yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Emil. It's going really well. Hi, Tristan. And yeah, so I'm setting up for Ivormons, which is the end of my stream. If you do not know what Ivormons are, I make little watercolor blocks. It's the end of my stream, kind of like cool down, and I make funny shapes and stuff like that. And then when I go on a little break so that these can dry, and then when I come back, you can tell me what they look like based on what color, and then like what weird kind of creature or anything that they look like. And then I will try to attempt to draw said weird creature. So that is how the Ivormons work. Here's an example page. These were suggestions are done from the last stream. So weird creatures, whatever you guys see. So, but hold off telling me what they look like until I come back from break. We are also doing a fundraiser for Astronomers Without Borders, which is a organization that brings astronomy equipment to underdeveloped countries, so that all people can share their love for space. So, and that's the link right there. But yeah, so I'm gonna do a quick little break. It's gonna be between 5 and 10 minutes long. That'll give enough time for this to dry. Don't go anywhere. We're gonna have some fun with some Ivormons. So, and then I'll bring the space doggo back so you guys can see how grumpy he is at me. But I will be right back, guys. 5 to 10 minutes. Be back soon. Oop, let me give you guys some stars too. Stars are the currency of the stream. 5 satellites per star, which you can use at the satellite store to buy stickers or original art. I'll be back. guys, I'm back. Thanks for sticking around. I've got a puppy in the puppy cam waiting patiently for a treat. Hopefully he'll stick around with us. He is a little grumpy at me, but that's what doggos do. They get grumpy. Here, have your cookie. Have it all. All right, how many butts are on fire? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, plus 1 for good luck, or 2 for good luck. Arf! Yes. Nom name. A tripod monster. Can we put a funny head on him? Good job, Emil. All the stars. All right, where are my pens? There they are. Dog nosed. You guys are getting dog nosed. Vivian, lay down. Lay down. There's no more treats. You ate it all. All right. You love to eat up stars. Stars are delicious. All right, let's make this a funny tripod monster. So I could definitely see some tripod-like legs. So let's do a leg right here. It's gonna be kind of robotic. Maybe it can be a camera head. There's gonna be another leg. It's gonna be a little bit off. Oh, doggo legs. Fifth. Come on, lay down. You guys got doggo legs. And then the last leg's over here, kind of being weird. Weird leg. And maybe we can make this like a weird bust with an arm. And another arm. And let's make it a tripod taking a selfie of itself. It's like a camera head, maybe? It's got a ultra long lens there. Some weird thing. Stick a mushroom on the back of his head, why not? It's Tripod Man taking a selfie. Alright, get your nose right there, buddies. He thinks the treats are there. Alright, so red is tripod. We did red. Now we do, oh, well, orange. This is technically red, but I saw tripod in that one. Whatever. Well, this is also red. Blue is an angular man riding a giant hermit crab. Maybe he's going to the cave for the rave. Nice. Alright, blue is angular man riding a hermit crab. So, I don't know what hermit crabs look like for real. So we're just going to make one up. How about that? Going to the crab rave. Yeah, go lay down, buddies. It's the back side of the crab. Angular man with angular glasses on his angular ears. checking the time to make sure they're at the party on time. With an angular butt. There we go. Hi, Doggo. Yeah, he's doing good. Look, there's crumbs right here, and you're on camera, buddies. He has a ponytail. Oh, I failed. I did the other side. I didn't even see that. Yellow is a pizza man ghost. Pizza man ghost. Okay, I can kind of see that. Holding up the pizzas. Pizzas for delivery. Would you like a pizza? Ghostly pizzas. Does he have one eyeball? Because that would be amazing. I believe he has one eyeball. Ooh. He's got the coolest hair ever, though. Ooh. Spooky. Ghost pizza. I made it a girl. And let's see. Oh, somebody already took yellow. Sorry, Emil. Bottom left, I see a dancing beetle. Bottom left. Dancing beetle on this one. Alright, I'm gonna give top right to Emil, or I might combo both yours and Emil's bracket for the top right. Alright, so this one is a dancing, where is it? Dancing beetle. Wow, I don't see that at all, so I'm gonna make up something. Let's see. Well, let's make some beetle legs first. Is it like a cicada beetle that has wings? Because this kind of looks like it has wings. She probably told him nothing what she thought it was gonna look like. But we're doing it. We're doing it. We're making this a weird beetle. It's more like an alien, but you know. Oh, he has an underbite. I totally failed. I failed! But it still looks great. Okay, so comboing top right's Emil and bracket. So bracket said top right looks like a mixer without a bowl. Okay. And then Emil said top right looks to me like a seal with a shell being held up by someone dirty dancing style. Oh my gosh, that is actually amazing. I want to see if I can do the dirty dancing seal because that just sounds so fun. Let's do that. Let's see. Oh gosh, hands. Try to draw a person in here with like a horrible looking hair. Now all I can hear is I've had the time of my life. Let's put the other arm over here. It's not looking good at all, guys. Whoops. This is awful, but amazing at the same time. Let's make it crying because it's so happy. I don't know what it is. A Dirty Dancing with a Seal would be an excellent movie, yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, we got pink. Pink. A sly-looking elephant holding a paintbrush in its trunk. Oh, yes. Very sly. Very, very sly. Let me draw the paintbrush. Art-related Ivory Mons. He is so sly. He's got some fun horns though. It's kind of like a jackalope. And let's put like a bird like popping in out of the side of his head. It's only part of his body. So off the page. Jackalophant. There's a jackalophant. We did it! With our powers combined, we are Ivorymon Planet. Hella sly. So today is December 14th. Oh my goodness, Viv's like totally like, I'm done. Look at him. He's so done. I can't even get the camera to look at him that much. Ooh. December 14th, 2019, and for everybody in Europe, it is the 14th day of the 12th month in the year 19. And we have completed our Ivorymons for today. These were good ones. I appreciate you guys' help. Yeah. So I'm going to close up the stream because I want to play Don't Starve. And we did our arts and we did our Ivorymons. The next stream is going to be Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How come you write the date you're away? Because I used to live in Europe, Emil. I write both ways. And because Flux in England gives me crap when I write it the wrong way. Ah, yes, you knew this. The wrong way. But yeah, I like writing them both. And, but yeah, so my next stream's on Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And it's pretty late here. Well, not super late, but late enough for me to be like, I have laundry to do. So I'm going to... Let me see if there's anybody we can raid. Let's see. British. The British way. Yes, thank you. Thank you, guys. I'm not seeing anybody in particular that... Oh, wait. Hold up. Good night, Flux. If you guys want to stick around for the raid, please hang tight. I'm just trying to look to see. Oh, if you guys like retro gaming, my friend Game Tracks is streaming, and I believe he's doing a giveaway for PS4. But if you would like to raid with me, I do have a raid call And that is, if I can type it, this. So if you want to raid with me, go ahead and copy that raid call. And when we go raid, then we can all spam with that raid call. So let's go ahead and raid Game Tracks. Raid Game Tracks. He's a really good friend of mine, and he does some really cool retro gaming, and he's a pretty fun guy. So I will see you guys all next time. We're gonna be raiding, and I do appreciate you guys wanting to raid with me. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye guys. Talk to you soon. Let me get my stuff together. I will see you guys. Bye.
Hey Google,